Buenos días y bienvenidos a todos. Good morning and welcome everyone. Welcome to a community that is dedicated to providing spiritual tools for living a happy and full life. My name is Karina Shearer, and I am the spiritual director and founding minister here at the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta. If you would like to join us for the live Zoom meeting, please contact me for the link and the password, or check our website, www.cslpv.org, and you'll find the link on the weekly talk section. Today is our final weekend of this year. Today is Sunday, December 28th, 2025. And we are continuing our topic for the month, which has been shedding our skin. And the topic for this week is release, refresh, renew. So at this time, I'd like to once again welcome everyone, including those that are new to our teaching or to our center here in Vallarta. Whether you are on the live Zoom call or watching the replay at a later date, here we teach a philosophy that honors all faith traditions. So whatever your background is, please know that you are welcome here. The philosophy that we teach is called the science of mind, and it's a teaching based on new thought and ancient wisdom, where we offer spiritual tools and principles to promote personal growth. And yes, we honor diversity in all aspects. When Dr. Ernest Holmes first founded this teaching in the 1920s, he had studied both Eastern and Western spiritual texts in order to create the science of mind. And when asked to provide a concise definition of the teaching, he had replied that it is a correlation of laws of science, opinions of philosophy, and revelations of religion applied to human needs and aspirations. So each week we offer an inspirational message on Zoom at 10 a.m. and in person at 12 noon. So whichever one you are joining us for, please feel welcomed to stay with us after the service to continue some great conversations with like-minded people. So as we do each week, let's review our purpose, vision, and mission statements. We have a grand purpose here each week, and that is to awaken and celebrate diversity and to love and serve our community. We do this by means of our vision, creating the life you desire. And this is supported by our mission to provide spiritual tools for personal growth and transformation. And there we go. Take that off the screen for now. And as we have also been doing again, is having a reading from the Creative Thought magazine for our affirmative prayer. So as we know, affirmative prayer is always done in the first person. So I invite you to gently close your eyes and take these words as your own, if you so choose. In the midst of any dark feeling, I remember God. Recognizing God reminds me that love and appreciation begin inside with self-love. God and I are one within that divine space where all is love. No matter what story I tell myself or what appearance is before me, God is all that I am, whole, perfect, and complete. I recognize the gift of life as the one presence of spirit manifests itself through me. I consciously shift my thoughts I am willing to feel supported and loved, knowing that I am a divine being with gifts of spirit to express. I detach limiting beliefs about how I think I must show up. I remember to daily step into infinite possibilities of something new. I choose to do things differently on a regular basis and loosen my thought patterns, allowing them to outpicture creatively and differently. I am free as consciously. I am using the creative process of mind. I am a being following divine guidance. In faith that good is here now, I allow love to permeate all thought. I choose joy and experience life as the gift of God. In gratitude, I release this as truth, knowing that the law of mind has manifested perfectly, and so it is. And that was originally submitted by licensed practitioner Sandy Golke from Chico, California. And so by releasing the old, we are able to awaken to the newness, to be refreshed, renewed, and ready to go. So as we shed our old skin, we are rejuvenated and revitalized with fresh perspectives and a new energy of aliveness. And so December has been a time of moving from darkness into the light. We changed seasons from fall to winter through the winter solstice, where the darkness deepens into the darkest point of the year and then shifts toward the emerging of the new light. In some cultures and some traditions, it is a holy season and is celebrated with family, gifts, lights, and sacred celebration. It's also a time of isolation and loneliness, and it's difficult for many who have lost loved ones and are more aware than ever of their absence. So as we embrace and embody this beloved community and our friendships, we can help support, nurture, and comfort our pain and joy so we can all rise up together out of the darkness. And we can hold space to share the pain and allow for healing. We can lean in to support one another through whatever circumstances so that we can rise out of the darkness and into the light together, stronger, more hope, with increased hope, courage, and faith. We can then be more inspired and encouraged that everything will truly be and already is all right in our lives and in our world. In Romans 12:2, it says, "Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind." So let's renew. Ernest Holmes in The Science of Mind wrote this: "Today we know what this means. The renewing of the mind is a scientific act. As this conscious thought pours truth into the subjective channels of creative energy, the body is automatically renewed. This is a mental healing. Mental healing is a conscious act, as well as an established fact in the experience of many people. Instead of the old concepts of disease and failure, we are to inject those of liberty, freedom, health, harmony, and success. Mental healing is subjected to the exact laws of mind and spirit and is accomplished by correct knowing. And this knowing is a mental attitude toward the truth. It is the truth which makes free and it is the mind which knows the truth. The body is healed as the inner mind is transformed, as the old and false images of thought are renewed by images of truth and life. In this process, through which this renewing takes place, is a conscious one and may be practiced by anyone who understands the principles involved. This is another quote by Ernest Holmes. Releasing the weight of past limiting beliefs and judgments frees us to rise up in faith, which is mental assertion elevated to the plane of realization. So by consciously releasing the past, we make room for who we are meant to be, stepping fully into our divine nature. And the end of the year is our time to grow, to heal, and to embrace the newness of life and welcome the new year, refreshed and renewed. So surrender and release any principles, pardon me, surrender and release are key principles in our Science of Mind life. In order to embrace the new, we have to let go of the old. We first have to become aware of what the old is. Be honest that we may still be holding on to it, and find the tools and the courage to release those ties and let it go. If we don't do the release, subconsciously, we may continue to hold on to the past or even unknowingly sabotage the future based on hidden beliefs that may lie underneath our awareness levels. And by using spiritual practices, we become aware of these hidden beliefs and the messages that they bring us. We learn where healing is needed and what we need to do to support our own healing. Surrender and release are powerful parts of the growth and development process. It regularly needs attention, as old patterns can tend to creep back in just when we think we have gotten rid of them forever. So treat it as a regular and ongoing spiritual practice of letting go. As Jack Addington says in the book, Your Needs Met, he says, old habits have no power over me. Conditions have no power over me. Possibilities have no, or pardon me, personalities have no power over me. I take dominion. I am whole. I am free. I am complete now and forevermore. And so it is. In the book, Thoughts Are Things, Ernest Holmes wrote this. As you learn to release all your burdens to the right action of God, you will find that everything falls into its proper place. You let your problems slip away from you, realizing that a power greater than you are and a presence that is within you is ready, willing, and able to guide you in all ways. Then peace, security, and fulfillment come with ease, and there is a sense of joy and accomplishment. So I release and I let go. Our beloved Ricky Byers created a global movement in New Thought with her song, I Release and I Let Go, initially released in 1989. And it's a song that is sung far and wide, opening our hearts wide, releasing struggle and strife, lifting faith to see the light, claiming freedom in the spirit, and being able, available, and here for God. This beloved song is one of worship and praise, a chant to the heavens, inviting spirit in, declaring the truth of intention, power, and affirmation to release anything that doesn't serve the personal greater good. This song is a statement of willingness, of participation in spiritual practice to release and surrender in song and devotion. This is an active tribute to shedding our skin, letting go, opening up, and allowing spirit to lead, guide, and show us what and how to do it. This song is a show of reverence and love that illustrates how to consciously and intentionally partner with the divine to manifest our good through the activity of love and law. This song is a beacon and a way shower to lift us up into the truth. Ernest Holmes wrote this: how necessary it is not to attach our problems to divine mind, but to unite the divine mind with the answers to the problem. This means that we can rearrange our thinking in such a way that we permit new ideas to flow in. The ideas, fears, and tensions that obstructed this flow are released. The stream flows free again. God is the answer to every human problem. So let's refresh and remix. When we allow ourselves to be refreshed, we are rejuvenated, replenished, and revived. It's like splashing cold water on your face so that we can wake up, rise up, and start again. Whatever was depleted is restored, and we can begin anew again. When there's a remix to a previously released song, sometimes a new beat is added or another version is created that makes it more distinct than the original version. Something new is added to give it a fresh sound and make it different this time around. When we want a remix, we might get a new haircut or color our hair, try on new makeup, new jewelry, or buy a new outfit. But we take the opportunity to do something different, even sometimes radical, just to shake things up and try something new. We attempt to generate creativity or newness, to add some spice and flavor that may have been dulled over time, to awaken our taste buds so that we have a unique opportunity for a fresh start. As we shed the old and open up to the new, we can refresh and remix in the process. Ernest Holmes said this: how necessary it is to attach our problems to divine mind, but to unite the divine mind with the answer to the problem. This means that we rearrange our thinking in such a way that we permit new ideas to flow in. The ideas, fears, and tensions that obstruct this flow are released. The stream flows free again. God is the answer to every human problem. And that appears to be the same duplicate of the last slide. So this is the other quote from Ernest Holmes. You have to lose your hate if you wish to find love. You have to let go of everything that is unkind if you wish to discover kindness. You even have to surrender fear if you wish to discover faith. So let's ring in renewal. The end of the year is a good time for renewal. It's an obvious marker to start fresh as we close out one year and ring in the next. The various religious and cultural celebrations at the end of the year celebrate renewal and giving with lights and exchanging of gifts that help ready us for renewal, shifting into newness and new beginnings. As we look forward to the new year, we set goals and intentions. We vision and open our imagination to greater possibilities in our life. Somehow we become more willing and receptive to trying something new or trying the same thing again with the hope that this time we may be more successful than the last. We embark on new ventures and adventures, perhaps embark on a different path and seek to allow happiness to find us again. We bid farewell, some say good riddance, and we wave hello to the new. When we can combine the release of the old and ring in the new, we have a great recipe for starting over, starting again, or just simply starting. And this is a little story from Mark Nepo in the Book of Awakening. He says, "We were up early, eager to walk to the Botanical Gardens of Montreal, where they have the largest bonsai collection in the world outside of Asia. Simple retreat from the streets that covered acres. A place of renewal, originally constructed in the 1600s in China and moved stone by stone to Montreal in 1990. As we approached the massive gate, it was locked. I panicked, ready to demand entry after driving 400 miles from another country to see this. Robert, calmly, like a sage himself, treated the situation as if it were a koan, a riddle, to be entered until its very assumptions shifted. He began to walk the outer wall of the garden. It seemed insurmountable. I was frustrated. He kept walking slowly along the high wall. Since the garden stretched for acres, I wondered if we would have to walk the entire perimeter. The thought made me cranky. He kept strolling. Suddenly, we had walked farther than was originally in our view, and the walls disappeared. It turned out that the garden had no walls, save for the facade as its entrance. So we simply walked through the open grass to a path that welcomed us. How many thresholds that seemed blocked or barred or locked only seem so from their initial viewing. How many opportunities for true living are barrier-free if we can only remove ourselves and our minds from their original traditional point of entry. So interesting. So Richard Rohr wrote this: all great spirituality is about letting go. It trains us in both detachment and attachment. Detachment from the passing so that we can attach to the substantial. So it sounds like we need to detach from 2025 and attach to 2026 with the renewal of hope. So in conclusion, we have all had a new opportunity that awaits us to release, refresh, and renew. What will we do with that opportunity? Will we treat it as we have in the past? Or will we somehow make this a truly new moment to springboard into something different and manifest our heart's desires? Since we have choice in how we utilize this opportunity, will we really seize the moment? Or will we choke and squander it for fear of some other hindrance? It's all up to us. How shall we mix up this batch of life differently than we have before in order to yield an even more outstanding outcome? What is Spirit's highest vision of our lives? And what do we need to do to manifest that? Now is the time to release the old and be free and clear. Create a ritual to let it go, like writing it down and burning it in a safe way. Allow yourself to be revitalized and refreshed during this process. What is your mind, body, spirit calling for that will cause you to feel refreshed? So allow yourself to be fully lifted and renewed. And I'll leave you with this final quote. Every day is a renewal. Every morning, the daily miracle. This joy you feel is life. And that takes us to our affirmation for the week. I release, I refresh, and I am totally renewed. So now it's time for news and updates at our center. And as you may all know, we are now meeting at our new location, which is the Living Room Bookstore and Cafe in Cinco de Diciembre. And that is at 12 o'clock. And this location is updated on our website. If you are interested in learning more about the Science of Mind teaching, we do offer courses both via Zoom as well as in person. So connect with me or check our website to find the details. There's also a survey for you to input the upcoming classes that you would like to see. So please fill out the survey if you are interested in a course or a book study or whatever it may be, so that we can put that on our calendar. And if you would like to have a one-on-one connection for a spiritual mind treatment, please contact me so we can arrange for that. And if you would like to commit to being a member of the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta for this upcoming year, as membership does renew annually, or if you would like to be on our board of trustees, then please contact me and I'll send you the current forms. I'd also like to remind you to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. And let me know if you would like to receive our weekly post on Substack. So now it's time for mindful giving and financial support of our spiritual home. We rely on your support to continue our center here in Puerto Vallarta so that we can continue offering this powerful teaching of the science of mind. We bless the financial gifts that you give today. Every donation is greatly appreciated, no matter the amount. Donations can be made using either PayPal or Tithely on our website, www.cslpv.org. And you'll find the donate buttons on both the landing page as well as on the page where you find the replay of the weekly talks. Alternatively, you can also submit a paper check by addressing it to CSLPV number 403, 2125 Birch Road, Kelowna, BC, V1Y 8N1. And now please join me in our offertory affirmation. I know that my giving blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I give and receive. I do give eternal thanks for the abundance that is mine to share. So thank you for coming and sharing this time together. And let's continue with practicing peace. We can each be a force for peace and nonviolence. Our words and our actions create ripples of peace all around us and beyond. Peaceful living includes acts of compassion, kindness, and consideration. And it also includes standing up against injustice. Today, more than ever, we need to stand for peace and justice. So hug your friends, your loved ones, and your neighbors. May peace and love be with you always. Blessings to all for a happy new year. Namaste.